Silver Tongue Devil here. Today we're going to be on Siege of Heaven, and we're going to be stepping it up a notch. We are going to be making use of the all-important slow motion button, or arrow select as it actually is. We're still going to be keeping to body shotting the abominations or zombies or minions, normal enemies, and we're going to be headshotting knights. We're going to be practicing headshotting knights. Reason being, they've got a nice big bucket for a head, nice big buckets, and nice big targets. So again, making use of what we covered in the last video, we're just going for nice, simple, smooth body shots. We want to try and keep the combo going. We also want to try and not miss a shot. We shouldn't be missing shots if we are just doing the abomination rounds where there are no knights. I'll take some Hand of Gods as well. Possibly show you some uses for those a little bit later on. But like the first level, which I'll leave a link in the video description, the first level of play of this, I suppose, we're going to be keeping things basic. We're going to be taking our shots in these kill zones. We are going to be expanding ourselves to the stairs. We're going to be trying to keep the combo going where we can. You'll hear that music, that tempo that increases in sort of urgency and intensity and volume as you're making those shots. You have about 5 seconds between shots. And as long as we have the enemies within our ranges, it's more than enough time. We'll take another tempest. I'm going to be showing you how to use those in a bit. And you'll see what I'm doing is I am making use of the slow-mo button. I'll be doing it more and more as we go through. The concept is we want to take a pause whilst we're lining things up and after we've made the hit. So hit button, hit button. This also gives you, it slows down time, obviously. Gives you time between your enemies. It also slows down the amount of time that you have to make your next hit in a combo. We shouldn't really need to do it at this stage, but it's good practice. Let's get the headshot on this knight. And as I say, the reason why I want to go for headshots on the knights is just because they've got that huge target for us to hit. It's a nice place to practice headshots, and you want to be practicing headshots in mainly that area, but here is acceptable as well. It's a fairly straightforward, reasonably easy shot. It will take some practice. One of the things to expect is for neck shots. Neck shots happen a lot. Now we do want that orphan. We're going to wait for her to continue through the level whilst we build a little bit of a combo, and then we're going to tempest her as far away as possible. So about now, I reckon. And we're going to aim slightly up of her. Sneaky. We're going to aim slightly up of where the headshot would be to try and hit the head with the tempest arrow. When you're firing tempest arrows in this mode, I mean when you're firing tempest at any time really, you want to think about almost like your arrow is pushing almost a disc, a circle out, kind of like how my hand is at the moment. It's pushing it out. We want to try and, if that's the circle, we want to try and get the head in this area here. That becomes a lot more useful later on. I mean, it's useful now, but it becomes a lot more useful later on when you're trying to headshot groups. We're trying to get this imaginary circle that we're pushing out by firing the tempest shot, and we're trying to use the bottom edge of that circle to hit the head. I mean, hopefully I'm explaining that well enough. I know what I'm on about, but it's hopefully that comes off. So headshots for the knights, body shots for these guys. we'll move on to headshots on these in the next video, I think, because that is stepping it up. But for now, perfects. We'll wait for him to get the bottom of the stairs, get that headshot, try and keep it in combo. And you can already see, in relation to the last video where we were just body shot and everything, we're almost halfway to what we finished on score-wise in the last video. So score-wise does ramp up. It gets much, much larger. The early waves you would use to build. Now, we've got a little shot coming up. Notice how I'm using the slow-mo button to get them where I want. And I'm going to take a bit of a knee here. And what I'm looking at doing is putting that tempest through that archway and trying to get as many headshots and kills with it. I want to primarily go for the knights here. So I'm going to tempest the 2 knights. And see, I mean, that was a bit of a waste of a shot. That didn't work out quite as nicely. But it has given us a lot of points. We're also going to headshot the skulls, because that counts as a headshot, because it is a head. But as far as the rest of the enemies are concerned, we're going to be going for headshots on the knights, body shots on the abominations, little zombie guys, and we will increase the headshots on the skulls as well. Little shake of the wrist. Should do this whilst we're shopping, the shake of the wrist and the reset of the Oculus button. Skeletons, body shots again. They are fast. They are here to ruin our combos, ruin our fun. You'll also see that I'm now starting to try and keep half an eye on this area here. You don't have to move across the platform like I did, and you don't have to duck, but I just find that all of those things make things a little bit easier. What I'm looking for there, what that shot was about, and try something a little bit special here, when you go, oh, I missed, headshot, 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 and you'll see that I got 3 headshots, which spawned a Cupid. I then killed that Cupid, and it has set a 4 times area. As a good example, that's where, as somebody who's trying to put a big score together on this game, that's where I want my 4 times. In the current meta anyway, of point scoring. So what I did there was I did 3 headshots in a row. 1 night, 2 night, 3 nights. I kind of foregoed the other enemies a little bit there just to try and show it off. So I did 3 nights in a row. That spawned a Cupid. That Cupid, once hit, will then light up one of between 4 and 5. It's 4 on this level, but 5 on some others. 4 times areas. Those areas, if you can kill enemies within them, they deal increased damage whilst they're in there. And they also multiply our score. Again, same principle with the orphan there. Using a tempest on it after we've got a bit of a combo going. Headshotting knights. And there you go, another perfect. 20,000 on the perfect. Now, again, we're not going like the clappers here. I'll pick these up so I can show you some uses. If you've got incursions, we can pop them down at the gate at this stage, because it doesn't really matter too much if it interferes with our combo. At later levels of play, what you'll find is those incursions can actually blow enemies up that you would be able to finish up normally, and it might ruin a combo in regard to the fact that you might have 2 headshots, you're going for your 3rd because you want to spawn that Cupid to try and get 4 times, the incursion that you've placed over there explodes. That then counts as a kill, but it is not a headshot, and so you lose your combo. Let's deal with him. Headshot for you. And we go on. Make as much use with the slow-mo button as you can. I personally use the slow-mo motion button between every shot because I'm going for headshots, and I also use it to keep glancing at this area that I told you about here, where we can really rack up some serious points. The reason why you can rack up all those points is because what we are in essence getting there is 2 gap shots, which the game classes as a double gap shot. We're trying to get a headshot within that. It's also classed as a long range shot, and all of those elements together will give us a lot of points. Ah, missed one. I'm not going to be too precious about the perfect thing. If we can get them, we can get them. If we can't, we can't. Just a quick note on waves as well. Wave 4, wave 8, wave 11, and wave 14 on most levels will have an orphan spawn. They're obviously worth decent points. We're going to have this red knight. We're going to do him with a tempest. So I'm going to take a knee and drop in there. If you've got the space to move around in your area and actually move across there, as opposed to using the D-pad, do so. The less movement you have to do with the stick, the better. Let's just make sure we've got at least a hit there, and then get you. That was only a gap shot, we missed the headshot there, but never mind. We're still scoring all right. So we want headshot, and we'll go for that skull. Try and leave him as late as possible, and get that Cupid, and then carry on with our headshots. So that's your 3 headshots in a row. I've missed that one, but we'll have his friend come across a little bit, and there you go. That's a tempest. I actually didn't, I changed my targeting to get the skeleton that was coming across there, and you can see long shot, holy ground, tricky ambush. Now what all of that means is we performed a double headshot, sorry, saw another one. We performed a headshot, going through 2 gaps at a decent amount of distance with a holy ground in there as well, 4 times. I don't know if I've missed a shot here or not. I don't think I have. No, I didn't. There you go. So, decent enough little score here. Keep on stocking up on the tempests. You can never, ever, ever have enough tempests. They're going to be the big point scorers. So again, same again. We're just going to keep it reasonably simple. Body shotting the things that only require the 1 shot. Comboing where we can. Trying to think about getting the perfect. Interesting thing with the slow motion button as well. You get about 5 seconds from when you press it to it automatically unslow-moing everything, but you can just repress it. There's no cooldown on the slow motion button. Wait for that skull to get a little closer. Headshot you, body shot for you. I say start working the stairs into your game. Don't play that game. Headshots on the stairs can be difficult at best. If we're going for headshots, we want to be doing it down here. By all means, grab those two. And you'll see we're doing more than surviving now. We're actually putting scores and combos together. As opposed to the survival that we were going for last time. Oh, I'll let them go. As opposed to the survival that we were going for last time, we're scoring some decent points here. We've had some decent shots. Let's pop those out because we've bought them. Why not? Maybe use the Hand of God in a minute just to give you a good example. I'm not a massive fan of using Hands of God here. Oh, look where they're going. We'll have those. And we'll go for that one. And we're just literally going to tempest him in the head there. Long range, tricky ambush. What that long range tricky ambush is, a tricky is the denotion given to when you pop a headshot and a double gap shot together. That's rubbish. Yeah, so a tricky is a gap shot, a double gap shot, and the ambush is the headshot element together. So it's just the game telling you that you got a double gap shot headshot, but without having to put all of that jargon down. Loose. Headshot for you. Bodies for you guys. Throw one of those out there. Still a decent amount of points. And remember, I'm just body shotting here. We're going to headshot those guys in a minute. Another thing you can start thinking about as well, delaying your shot ever so slightly, so that we can wait for enemies to move into an easier area to take the shot to keep the combo going and potentially get a few more points, and also think about that perfect. Roll of the wrist, Oculus button, back on our little position, ready to go. Waste of a tempest shot right there. Unless you are comboing into that, it isn't worth that many points. Well, missed the first shot. Typical. Headshot for you though. So you'll see here I'm delaying my shot because I know I've got plenty of enemies coming, but I want to keep this combo going. The longer I can delay it, the better it is for me, but within reason, because we don't want to give ourselves too hard a work. Hopefully going to be able to show you a little trick here with this orphan if she goes the right way. No. We will go headshot, 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 body shot, tempest. Carry on. Oh, little jinky. No jink for that one, no excuses there. So wave 15, what are we looking like? 1 million. I mean, it's a good score. We haven't done a massive amount. These Black Knights are worth a few base points, so we'll try and put these are our last tempests, so we might as well try and get something out of them. I'll go for the perfect. You don't have to kill every Cupid that you see. Sometimes it's better to just let them get away. Headshots for the knights. Body shots for anything else. Of course, now that I've used the last of my tempests, everybody goes down the middle now. Fortunate with that first one and not so with the second. One of the things that you'll see as well is I'm having to increase my fire rate a little. Definitely, as I've said in all of my videos, always work on your action. Nice, smooth action. It'll increase your fire rate. It's something that you want to be getting down pat anyway. And there you go. 1.2 million. We're not breaking a sweat, not yet. We're not really going for it. That'll come. Next, we're going to be looking at trying to headshot it all, with a couple more special uses of special arrows toward the end. So yeah, that'll do for this one. I've been Silver Tongue Devil again. Thank you very much for your time. Thanks for watching. See you later.